Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we're gonna share a little more light on the things you need to take into consideration before buying a multi-effect unit or even buying a pedal. First, we are going to take into consideration the power options, that is the noise. If the pedal can be able to handle noise that is coming out, that is being generated from the motherboard or the DSP, the chips, that is one. If it can be able to handle noise coming out from the ground loop, that is another bonus too. So first is the noise. If it's a noisy pedal, don't go for it. Secondly, you're going to talk about the port, the USB port. If it's having a USB connectivity port, which you can be able to connect it to your PC or your Mac. So it's very important you get one that have a USB connectivity port. So because of this connectivity, you can be able to update your firmware to the latest version. You can be able to control your digital audio workstation with it depending on the settings the manufacturers did on the actual item. So if they did it so you can be able to use it as a sound card, a MIDI send, it is very okay. So you get the one that can be able to send MIDI signals in and out, and the one that can be able to, you can be able to use it also as a sound card. You can use it to update your item. That is it. So another things are the ports. You're going to take into consideration all the ports the actual machine is having, like the auxiliary port, all the ports. You are going to check it and know if it's going to be helpful for you in the long run on your music journey. So another thing is the weight, the size, the body. These are the things we are going to take into consideration. If the body is solid, is okay. Weight depends on how you are going, you are gigging out with the actual item. So that is just it. Another thing you are going to take into consideration is the screen, how you are going to be navigating through the actual settings. If it's very quick to navigate, is okay. So the buttons, what I mean by the buttons is that the manufacturer made it in a way that you can be able to assign different settings on the buttons. You can be able to do so many stuffs with the buttons. Is okay. That means you can be able to assign and reassign different settings on this button. Is okay. If you can be able to turn your effect to manual mode, from manual mode by in which by you can be able to control individual effects on and off. Like you can be able to use each buttons to control, like delay on, compressor, like distortion pedal, overdrive pedal. You can be able to control it when you turn it to manual mode. That's a bonus, you see. So these are the things you are going to take into consideration. Another thing is the effect it is having. So you are going to check if it's having the most important effects for the music we have now, and also the effect that is going to enhance what you yourself is trying to achieve. So that's just the basic thing about multi-effect, things you are going to take into consideration. So quick recap: you have to check the power options to power the board and make sure the board is powering okay and it's a strong board, it doesn't make noise. One. Secondly is the USB connectivity and all the ports. You are going to make sure all the ports are going to be things you are going to be using now and in the near future. Thirdly is the configuration, the screen size, the settings. Another thing, if I didn't mention it. If it's having expression pedal, fine. If it's not having expression pedal, you can be able to buy external pedal. So that's just the basics. I've talked about the weight, all those things, the size. These are the things you have to take into consideration. Sometimes the size does not matter. Once the pedal, even if the pedal is small and can be able to produce high quality sound, is okay. So sometimes it's not really about the size, it's about what the pedal can do. So, and another thing I didn't mention again is the price. You know, sometimes we always think about if the pedal is you know, is 500 or is 800 or kind of 600. So since the pedal is 800 and the other one maybe is kind of 300, you'll be now saying that the 800 will sound better than the one of 300. You don't say such. Say sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes even if you give the most good pedal to a person that cannot be able to set the pedal correctly to to be able to play good sound with it, the pedal will still sound very bad. You see, so you find that you've seen some of the good guitarists working with a cheap pedal and also getting a great tone. So it's not really about the price. So it's not really about the price. You take into consideration how you are going to do the settings and get a great sound as of this type of box. So thanks and stay tuned. Bye.